Andrea Boggio, thank you for giving us your time here today.
Thank you for your time.
What are your thoughts and feelings as we are just hours away here now from seeing Shelley's story being literally shared with the world?
It's a story that needed to be told. It's a very hard story. It's been my whole life, and it's very nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it needs to be told so this can stop.
I recall you saying a year ago that you had never visited the state of Florida because you were afraid that you were going to die, and
Yep.
you agreed to go to Florida to work with 2020 on this program. What was it like for you to be there?
It was very difficult. I was scared to death to get on the plane. I actually left all my items on the belt and took off without them because I was so determined. I was getting on that plane. I had to, do an about face and turn around and go get everything. It was hard. It was very hard. I wouldn't look out the windows in the car. And then once I got to the hotel, I started to slow down a little bit. And then I was looking around, and it's actually a beautiful place. And look at, I lived.
While you were there, you were able to visit Shelley's gravesite, obviously for the first time. You also went to the location along Indian Rocks Beach where her body was discovered in 1985. Can you just talk about what it was like for you to be in those particular places and how emotional it had to have been?
It's horrible. I was very emotional at the crime scene, of course. I put holy water in the water, said a little prayer, and 2 dolphins came up. I don't believe in coincidences, so I took that as a sign. And then going to the cemetery was horrible. I looked at all my family laying there, and then Shelley across the way, and I felt like she was alone. I actually had to get up and leave the interview down there because it was very emotional.
No new execution date has been set for James Daly since he was awarded that stay in late 2019. He continues to be on Florida's death row, proclaiming his innocence. Jack Piercy, who obviously was involved, continues to admit that he was the sole person responsible for killing Shelley, but then when he is brought into court, he pleads the Fifth Amendment. How tough is it for you as kind of the spokesperson of the Boggio family to stay positive through all of this?
Well, I mean, it's a gross injustice on the part of Florida, and we all know that at this point. It's a game between the two of them. I believe that. It's 6 times now. A sentence was invoked, and it needs to be carried out. The evidence has proven itself time and time again. It's not about Paul Skelnick. It's about Shelley Boggio. James Daly and Jack Piercy did kill Shelley Boggio. That's why he's still in jail. That's why he hasn't. Nothing's changed, because the evidence has proven itself so many times.
If you had an opportunity to interview or have a sit-down one-on-one conversation with James Daly, what would be the first question you would ask him, or what would be the line of questioning you would want to ask him?
I would ask him to please tell the truth. I know the truth. He knows the truth. To please speak the truth, because the truth will set us free. And that's a powerful statement. The truth will set you free. I don't need to know the whys, because there's not going to be any good answer to that. But to admit what he finally, he did it. Just say it.
What do you hope the world takes away from tonight's 2020 episode?
I hope to get justice for Shelley Boggio, obviously. And I do hope that people understand. I've noticed a great big online presence of people wanting to argue, and everybody has an opinion about the death penalty. Okay, this happened years ago. My uncle wanted the death penalty. James Daly asked for the death penalty, and he received it. I want the world to understand that this pedophilia, this trafficking, it's been going on for years, and it's got to stop. And people need to start speaking up and to fight for your family. Be an advocate.
You've been at this for 35 years, but in some ways, this episode tonight might be a beginning. I mean, everybody's going to know about this now. Does that make sense when I say that? Are you prepared for almost like a new start for this?
I wasn't prepared, to be perfectly honest. I knew it was something that I made it a promise to Sherry that I would follow through and that I would do. And I did it. I never occurred to me that 2020 would release the preview. And when I got up Saturday morning, I had all these tags on Facebook. I wasn't prepared for that. I haven't been prepared for the arguments. I just know that I did what I needed to do for the Boggio family, and that it was important, that Shelley's life mattered. We still love her. You know, everybody's life, the ripple effect of this has been horrible. Like I said before, there's a gross injustice on the part of Florida for letting this continue this far. It never should have gone this far, this many years. So that's where I'm at with it. But I'm not going to stop.
Okay. Andrea Boggio, thank you for your time.
Thank you.